switch on your camera. Can't see you. Now it's good. Ooh, your background is good. Are you using your iPad?
Yeah.
Can you see my screen already?
Yes.
Good. So let's look at yep, this is the one. Rotate. Is this the one? Okay, no, this is not the one.
No.
Here. It's here. Open. Okay, so all right. Okay, so let's look at this. Okay, you spend an hour. Okay, so the time is a bit tight, it seems. All right. Which one of the following numbers is nearest to 8? Okay, we can't see this, so just leave it. Okay, you can't really see this. I think it's 8. That's 8, and then there is a question mark here. Hello. So it's 8 and then question mark. So you compare among these. So how do you do this kind of question? Okay, what you do is you just find out the difference. Okay, let me get my writing pad ready. So what you do here is hold on, let me get my writing pad ready. Okay. Okay. So what you do here is you just find out what is the difference for each option. So over here is 0.1, and over here is 0.09, over here is 0.03, and over here is 0.004. Am I right? It says nearest, okay? Nearest to 8. So let's assume that the question is 8, okay? So the nearest should be this, right? Because it just, so what they are testing you here is, they ask you to draw a number line. So how do you draw a number line? So let me just introduce this concept to you. So let's say this is your 0, and then of course you can go 1, 2, and 3, and then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? Then after that, you have your 8.004, which is probably somewhere here, 8.004, and next is 8.03, so let's say this is 9, okay? So this is probably your 8.03, and then of course your 8.09, and then what, 8.1, you know, that kind of thing. Okay, then you can actually see that the closest among all this, is actually your 8.004. Okay, that's how you find out the nearest to 8. All right, simple, right? Okay, sometimes the question might give you 7.9 or 7.92. So what you're going to do is you are going to just take the difference. So the difference here is 0.1, and the difference here is 0.08. Okay, then you have to compare among all the differences, and then you see which one is the closest. All right, so you have to look at both sides. Okay. Next. Okay, yeah, good. So this is a group. Okay, you group them together, and then after that you can actually do this. Okay. Oh, since we are talking about, since you have written down this, I just want to make sure you remember the concept of the long division. Let me give you a, so if you have 59 and then you divide by 4, so you have 1 here, and then you give it a 4, and then you get 16 and 3. Okay, so the important thing here is you have to know the names of all this. All right, I just want to make sure. So the 3 here is called the remainder. Okay, and the 9, the 59 here is called the dividend. Okay. You don't have to copy now. Go back, watch the recorded video, and then you can actually uh, uh, write it down when you watch the recorded video. And this is called the. Do you have any idea what's the name of this 14? 14 here. What's the name of it? What's the name of 14? Any idea?
Answer.
Huh?
Answer.
It's called quotient. Quotient. Here, this is a T here. Okay. And then what is this? What's the name of this? Any idea?
No.
Divisor. Divisor. All right. So please remember all these names. All right. Because sometimes they will ask you. Sometimes the question will be like this. They will give you this. Let's say you have this. Like this. Okay. And they will ask you what's the name of this. Sometimes. All right. Okay. Then you have to know. All right. So please go back and memorize all these 4 terms. Okay. Quotient, dividend, remainder, and divisor. All right. So please go back and memorize this. Okay. All right. Let's continue. Okay. Over here, find the parameter of this. Okay. So to find the parameter, so what you need to do is you have to find out what is the 3/4 length, right? 3/4 of a circle length plus 28 and 28. All right.
没有 plus.
Oh, okay. So this is a very, very common mistake. Okay. You have to plus the 28 and 28 because they want you to find the parameter of this entire thing. All right. They not just the 3/4 circle. They want you to find the entire thing. Okay. Next. So this is a very common mistake. 14. No, nothing wrong with that. Okay. So yeah, pretty good. You make 2 mistakes, right? Or 1 mistake. Over here, 1 mistake. And yeah, 2 mistakes, which is this a mistake? Option 3?
Yeah. No.
No, okay, then basically you make 1 mistake then, okay, which is here. Okay, please remember, you are asked to find the parameter of this entire thing, so you have to add the radius, which is 28 and 28, right? Okay, let's move on. All right, over here, everything is good. And then what was this? Name the solid formed by the following nets. Okay, so it's called prism or pyramid. Okay, so how many shapes we have learned, by the way? So we have learned so what I'm trying to say here is this. So we have learned this is called a, what's the name for this? Once again, this is called a cube, right? And what is this? It's called cuboid, right?
Right.
So you have to, by the way, you have to remember all these names, okay? You don't have to copy you don't have to copy it down now. Go back and copy it down when you are watching the video, the recorded video. All right. So next is if I have not thought about this, then okay, let me just draw it nicely. If I have not thought about it, so I will talk. I mean, Please learn it today. This is called cylinder. Cylinder. All right. Then the next one is this. Okay. So this is a prism. Then what is this?
Prism, yeah.
Yeah. But what is this? The one I'm drawing right now. So what is this?
Pyramid.
Yeah, this is called a pyramid. So what do you think of this? Hmm?
Prism,
Do you get a prism or you get a pyramid?
prism, yeah.
Huh?
Prism.
You will get something like this. So prism. Let me see. Yep, you get a prism. So how come so how come you get 0? I mean why you circle this?
Oh, 因为它写 triangular prism.
Ah, okay. Okay. Okay, so you are considered correct. Okay, but triangular prism is also a prism, but they are just more specific. Okay, but anyway, prism is still acceptable. All right. Okay. But triangular prism is more specific. Okay, so yeah, so you have learned all this so far. Okay, please memorize it plus memorize the names as well, because you're expected to write down the names for each of this. All right. Next. Anything wrong with 21? No, right?
21, no.
Oh, okay. So 22. What's wrong with 22? This is a very common question. 22. Anything wrong? Oh, okay. Yeah. So once again, in terms of dollars, right? What did I say about money in terms of dollars? What did we say so far? Money in dollars, it must be.
2 decimal places.
Then why you are not having the 0 here? Huh? Can you not see? Can you not see? There are 2 decimal places. Can you not see here? All these are two decimal places, right? Can you see? Can you see or not?
Yes.
So by the way, they could have just write $2 here. They could have just write 0.9. But can't you see they have written what? They have written 2 in 2 decimal places, and they have written 90 cents in 2 decimal places. So with this, are you convinced you have to write in 2 decimal places? 你被说服了吗? Are you convinced? Now you have to write dollars in 2 decimal places. Okay? So I don't want to repeat this anymore because I've been repeating so many times. All right? For 2 decimal places, for money. Okay? I don't want to repeat it so many times. If I go back and watch my recorded videos, I think I've repeated this more than 3 times. Okay? And even though you did not make mistake, I still repeat dollars is always 2 decimal places. Get it? Do you get it?
Yes.
Okay, so I don't want you to make this mistake anymore. Okay, this is because I've been repeating this. Dollars must be in 2 decimal places. Please repeat after me. Dollars must be in 2 decimal places. Go ahead.
Dollars must be in 2 decimal places.
One more time.
Dollars must be in 2 decimal places.
Very good. Or money must be in 2 decimal places. All right. Next. What's wrong with this? The figure shows to find a total area of the shaded. So, how do you do this question? Did you make a mistake? 错了吗?
No.
没有错，你这个 circle 是不用，其实不用 circle 的是吗？
没有 circle。
哦，没有 circle 啊，哦，OK then OK fine fine OK so yeah just leave this
哦，是因为
嗯
有时候我写完大题，然后呢，我没有在看里面，就是有一些数字很多，然后我就需要给我自己画一个圆圈，让我记得要再用计算机再算一遍。
okay okay got it okay so next time you can actually put a tick or something so that to differentiate it from the circle so you don't confuse yourself because circle is usually like you circle the question that means you have problems with the question okay so you can actually use a different shapes okay next
嗯
okay this one is okay hey over here you did not write down the statement what's the statement here xyz add up to 180 degree what's the
嗯，
statement hmm
没有 statement，
pardon
没有 statement，
yeah so what's the statement what is supposed to be the statement
就那个第二个应该是 angles on a straight line。
very good then what about this one the first one oh for the first one there's nothing right basically you just add up which is given by here I think all right okay
嗯
so you must write down the statement for the for this xyz equals to 180 they add up to 180 and goes on a straight line okay looks like there is a number pattern question oh this is uh, by the way you are wrong here because of no unit or what or you want to have a better solution to find out this
better solution。
all right okay let's take a look at it together so let me get it out first okay the question says G1 G1 is 6 times as old as her mother so G1 is 6 times as old as her brother not okay so let's say 6 times brother so brother is brother am I right so in 12 years time so in 12 years time so this is now right then 12 years time which is this 12 years time am I right
嗯
mm. And she will be twice as old as her brother so that means this 6b plus 12 is actually 2 times what 2 times b plus 12 right am I right hello am I
嗯
right it says 2 times
yeah
right so therefore once you get this so all you need to do is can you solve b for me so what is b from this can you help me out
3。
so 3 and how old is Jiwon now so now right so we should be looking at this so if this is 3 then this is 18 right
嗯
okay so
对
that's how you can get the answers uh, faster okay they ask how old is Jiwon right can you see the question here
嗯
so it's 18 years old okay unit remember unit okay if the question by the way next time let's say is like the answer so you are asked to find the answer if you have like let's say 24 ask yourself what is the unit for this 24 because every answer must have a unit all right
嗯
so if you have no unit or you get penalized okay So it can be 24 cm. All right. If it's not given, okay. If it's given, then you just write down the value. You understand my point now? So this is the unit is given, but in this case the unit is not given. So you have to fill in the unit yourself. Okay, you have to fill in the unit yourself. All right. So please remember this. All right. I don't want you to like get penalized for 1 mark here and there, and then they all add up. Okay. You have to score as much as possible from mathematics so that you get your English can be pulled up. Okay, and your average is high enough. All right. Next, let's look at the next question. Let me go back to hand. Yes. So, okay. So I just want to mention one thing about question 28. Oh, by the way, during the exam, you're not supposed to use highlighter for your working. Okay?
啊，
No highlighter for working.
可是你说要
For
highlight
working.
东西的，
For workings, no highlighter. So how are you going to do it? So that means how you are going to do it if you can't use a highlighter. Okay? So what you can do is you can actually okay. So imagine I'm doing this question. Okay? So by the way, this is the question, right?
用笔描，
Okay. So let's say this is the question. So they say this is y plus 1, and then they say this is y. So what you do is, okay, your this color you are referring to here, right? You are referring to here, right?
嗯
Am I right?
嗯
So what you can do is pretty hard. I kind of understand it. Okay. Um, I will say you can mark the point. So let's say you can mark it here A, right? And then you can mark here is B, right? I mean basically you just mark it with letters. So let's say you mark it with A B C D, and then what? This is
嗯
E F G. Okay. So once you are done, so what you can do is okay. This is your length from you're talking about A B C and then A to D. Okay. And then you are
嗯
talking about A, G, F, E, right? So this is A, G, F, E. So you cannot use A to D because it's very confusing. Do you know why A to G is very confusing?
嗯
Do you know why? Okay, just now what I wrote is A to G, right? A to
嗯
D. A to D is very confusing because A to D can be this way. Can you see?
嗯
A to D is it can also be this way. So if you write A to D, nobody knows where you go. So I think it's better to write like above here. Okay,
A
A B C D. So basically the length of A B C D and then the length of A G F E. Then they know that oh you are actually going the clockwise and the anti-clockwise. So this is clockwise. This is anti-clockwise. This is clockwise. 顺时逆时. Okay, so you can actually write it like this. Okay, because you are not supposed to use highlighter during your for your workings. Workings no highlighter. That means this part no highlighter. This part you can use highlighter you want. Okay, because they are not going to look at the question. Okay.
那
Mm.
如果要 highlight 一些就是题的很重要的地方，可不可以用 highlight 的？
You can highlight. Okay, basically this is the question, right? This the entire thing is the question, right? So you can do anything to the question. Okay, you can like, oh, I want to highlight this, I want to highlight this, I want to highlight this. You're okay to highlight. Okay, because your marker is going to look at your working. Okay, your working. Okay, you get my
嗯，
point now? 你知道我想表达什么吗？Hello,
不知道。
I just mentioned, right?
对
This is the question, right?
对
And this is your answer, right?
对
Or working.
对，
So no highlighter for workings. So but for the question, right? 你可以 highlight 的，你可以 highlight，他不管你，你那个，因为他不会看你的 question，你懂我意思吗？
嗯
你整题你这样 highlight 都没有关系，你这样 highlight OK 的。For the question，
嗯
你可以 highlight，他不管你的。So for question OK，but for the answers or working no highlighter，你懂我意思吗
嗯
？OK，so yep, so working no highlighter, but question you can. Okay. Next. Dun, dun, dun. So yeah, done. 30 done. Is there a problem with this, boy?
没有，我就是不确定。
So you have any question for B? No? Yes or no?
No
No. Okay, good.
no，
Okay, good. So we finished this. Okay, pretty good. Not many mistakes. Very really good. Now this is the kind of standard I expect from you, except this two decimal places for dollars. Okay, so this is the kind of work or the kind of standard I expect from you. Okay. All right. By the way, over here, right? I think you can actually do this better. Let me tell you why. Okay. So you need to actually split this. So if because you have written pi r square, right? So what you are supposed to do is you are supposed to, so let's say if you write pi r square, you are supposed to give what? You are supposed to give this, and then find out this. Okay.
嗯
Then you write this. That means
嗯
you split to step one and step two. You can't combine them together because your this what your this formula pi r square, because you write pi r square and then suddenly you have your times 5. So strictly speaking, you are not your this pi r square and this times 5. They are two different. They are two different things. Can you see it? They are two different things.
嗯
You get my point? Okay.
，Yeah，
You are supposed to like split it to step one and then step two. Okay. So
嗯
yeah. So be more careful on your workings. Okay. You cannot say, oh, I have pi r square here, and then suddenly when I do this 3.14 times 10 square, then I go and times 10. You get my point? Because
嗯
clearly you are talking about pi r square, and you are supposed to give pi r square. Am I right?
嗯
Okay. Good. All right. So let's move on. Over here, you're supposed to spend 1 hour and 30 minutes. So seems like your time is a bit tight. 时间有点紧哦。
嗯
Well, you should more or less give yourself like 10 minutes to 15 minutes to left so that you can check your answer. Okay. So seems like
嗯
your time is a bit tight. Okay. So next time, please manage your time better. Next. Yeah, so like I say this question, right? You can highlight the question, but you're working, you are not supposed to use highlighter. Okay?
嗯
Yeah, once again, 你看又来 okay? Dollars must be in two decimal places. Okay? I don't want to repeat anymore. Okay, especially when you express it as the answer, so the answer is final, and then the final answer must be in two decimal places.
嗯，
Okay, what's wrong with this? I thought this is pretty simple.
是对的，但是
嗯
当时，但是这道题我当时就是有一点不懂，因为他没有告诉我每一个就三个人写每一
不用给
个，
you don't need to find out that. Alright? Why? Because
不是
okay, by the way, this question is similar to this question. Okay, never mind, let me introduce you to another question. Similar question, but of different shapes. Over here, we are talking about a circle. Let me give you another flavor of this type of question. Yeah, I understand what you're talking about. You're saying like you want to know the individual, you want to know the individual radius or diameter, and actually you don't need that. Okay. So let me just get it. Okay, let's assume that you have this. Let's assume that this is the question. Okay, this is a similar question, but not exactly the same, but similar. Okay, let me change the color. Okay, so you're given what? You're given the length from A to B, right? So let's say it's 8 cm. Okay, and you're asked to find what? You're asked to find the parameter of the the entire figure. All right. So you don't have to know the individual diameter. Okay. Why? Because you can actually break it down. So let's call this the diameter 1. Let's call this the diameter 2. And let's call this the diameter 3. Okay. So what you need to do is, in order to find the parameter of the figure, so what you are trying to do is you want to find the parameter of the first one, the parameter of the second shape, and then the parameter of the third one, right? And then basically later on, what you do, you just add up, right? Total. Am I right? That will give you the parameter of the figure, right? Am I right? Okay, so how do you find the parameter of the first figure, which is pi d1, right? Am I right? Parameter equal to pi d, right? Hello. And then this is pi d2, right? And then over here is pi d3, right? So what you do, you just add up, right? Okay, so how you add up? You just use pi d1 plus pi d2 plus pi d3. Okay, by the way, there is a technique here you need to learn is, can you see that you have a common, they call it the common factor pi. Can you see you have a common factor? So each of them have a common factor pi. So what you can do is you can take out the common factor and you are left with d1 plus d2 plus d3. Can you see this? So what you end up with is pi times AB. Can you see your D1 plus D2 plus D3 is actually your A and AB here? Can you see it? And which is pi times 8. Huh? Right? Then after that is 8 pi cm. Of course, they have to tell you pi is 3.14, and then what you should do is you continue 8 times 3.14, and then you continue to write down your answer. Okay? Simple, right? Okay, so this is just one type of question. Okay, and actually you can actually have this type of question. I think you have learned this question before, but let me just test you on the spot. Okay, let's look at this question together. Okay, let's look at this together. Let me see. Okay. Okay, so basically you're told that the A to B is let me see. A to B is 5 cm. All right. And you are also told that you have 3 equilateral triangles. So basically you have your equilateral triangle 1, equilateral triangle 3, equilateral triangle 3. Okay? So you have equilateral 1, 2, 3. And now you are asked to find the parameter of the figure. Okay. By the way, do you know what is the meaning of equilateral triangle?
知道，
Hmm?
知道，
What's the meaning of it?
我三个边都是一样长的。
Okay, good. So yeah, so since you understand it, so please find out what's the. So try out this question. Find the parameter of the figure.
嗯，
是吗？是你的吗？可以吗？
可以。
嗯。So what's the answer?
嗯，这个 parameter
嗯
15.
嗯，so 15C, yeah. Okay. The reason is so you can basically do this. This is the, let's say the length of this. Okay. Let me just put A over there. And let's say this is B, and let this be C. So what you need to do is you can see actually your this figure 1. Okay. The parameter of figure 1 is 3A, right? And then the parameter of figure 2 is actually 3B. And subsequently figure 3 is 3C. All right. So what you do is you are actually you just need to add up, and that will give you the parameter of the figure, right? And can you see that you have a common factor 3? Can you see you have a common factor 3? So what you can do here, you can take out the common factor 3, right? Then you are left with A plus B plus C. Am I right? And then after that, your 3 is here, and you know that A plus B plus C is actually your length of AB, right? Which is 5 cm. So what you do, this is a times, so it's 15 cm. Yeah. That's how you get your parameter of the figure. Simple? Okay, so please, this is a very common question, so I hope you know how to do this question if you ever face this question in the future. Next. Question 5. Any problem with question 5? 有吗？有问题吗？第5题。
No.
Okay, good. What about question 6? Something is not right over here?
因为我算不出来 x 的那个 x 的
Okay, let's do it.
是
So let's do it together. See if you have make any mistake. So it says a cubical container contains third water when 2/3 filled. Okay, so basically a container, okay, you split into 3 parts. Okay. So when it's I will say okay. So when it's two-thirds filled, so let's say that is called x. So it's two-thirds of x is actually your 2.25. So you can actually find out what's your x, right? So is your x 3.375? 是吗？
对，
Okay, so find the length of one side of the container. So yep, you are right. You can actually yep. This is the way you can actually do it. So what you do is you just cube root. Can you take a look at your calculator? Can you see this sign? Cube root.
sorry.
Do you have a calculator with you? I'm looking for my calculator also.
Yes.
你试一下，尝试一下。
那我想
cube root 3.315，你看一下答案是什么？我也找一下我的 calculator。I found my calculator already. 3.375 cube root 多少
1.5。
？OK 咯，那就是1.5咯。
1.5。
So x yeah so y cube is 3.375. So y is equal to 1.15是吗
1.5。
OK， so 1.5。OK. So the length of one side is 1.5. That means your this x is 1.5 cm. No, it's not cm. You know why?
因为它是里特，
Yes. So what you do is hold over here before actually before you do this question, right? I mean before you write this step, right? I will suggest you please convert your this convert to what? Convert to this milliliter first. Okay. So milliliter 啊什么
milliliter。
once you convert to milliliter, then you can convert this to cm cube, right? 对吗？once you convert to this, then you can see, oh, x cube is equal to 3375. So x is equal to, 来，帮我一下，3375，来，快点。
15。
对了，那就是15了。OK。So，你其实这个是错的，错，OK，你应该做的是这个，OK，说是15。So，the side is 15 cm。OK。OK，你这个是错的，你这个。OK，good next，下一题。下一题有点难度是吗？还是什么？好像7
我
找不到，还是找得到？
对，但是因为最后那个答案很那个，我不知道要不要约分一下。
What is the maximum set of cupcake and brownies? So the maximum means you can only give it in whole number. So 你的答案是什么？
不是
你都没有答案。
没有。
对啊，你只是有一个 equation，OK，equation，but 你这做到这里边就停了，都没有答案，OK。So yeah, let's look at。你的答案是什么？写在哪里？
就是那个。
你直接跟我讲 what's the maximum set 啊？来，答案是什么？
因为它对，那个。
讲话慢一点，有点模糊。说这个是答案吗？
对。
50除以 2x 加0.8，你跟我讲这个是答案。人家问你 what is the maximum set， 你为什么还有一个 x？
因为题目里面就有一个 x。
那就不是答案。OK， 人家问你 what is the maximum set，right？That means they expect you to give a numerical value。 他要你给一个数字，然后你给他什么？你还给他一个 x， 意思就是说，老师就是那个问题问你 what's the maximum set， 然后你给他一个 x， 然后那个老师回来问你什么是 x， 你觉得那个老师会回来问你什么是 x 吗？不会啊，因为老师改卷的时候他不可能问你的，他直接就改错了。问题问你 what's the maximum set， 你还给他一个 x， 那当然是错了，对吗？Okay，let's look at it together. So at the bakery shop, a cupcake costs X. Okay, so you have used this is called the each number and total. By the way， 我也不懂为什么你的 number 是要跟你出现在the first column. It's not supposed to be case. Okay, it's supposed to be like this. And then number of what? It's not number. It's number of sets. Okay， 不是 number 啊，不是 number. No, it's number of sets. And then what? Total cost or money. Okay, so this is X. This is for what? This is for cupcake, and then this is for brownie. And brownie costs more, right? Okay, so this is, yeah, 80 cents. Okay, you can play with what? You can play with cents. Okay, cents. Yeah. And then say Thomas wants to buy an equal number of cupcakes and brownies. 他说这两个必须是一样，对吧？然后他说他有50块，所以总共的价钱是这个咯。然后这个总共价钱是这个咯，对吗？所以他说他有50块，他总共可以买几个，对不对？他没有给你 x 啊，
就给 X 了 cupcake cost X dollars。
有吗？有吗？我看一下。
Cupcake cost
So what is the maximum of cupcake and brownies Thomas can buy with $50? Oh, okay， 我知道了。So what you do here is you have to just get this, and then plus xy, and then plus your 0.8y equals to 50. And then what you do? Can you see that you have a common y? Can you see you have a common y? 你有看到你的这个 common y 吗？ This is called the common factor. Can you see？ 有没有看到？
看到
So they have the common y. So what you do? You take out the common y. Then you left with x plus 0.8等于50。然后呢 y 就等于什么 ？2x 加0.8等于50。那我想问你一个问题。A cupcake costs 0， 这 cupcake 不用钱。cupcake 不用钱。那你可以买几个 y？ 来帮我算一下，50除以0.8。
cupcake 不用钱。
cupcake 不用钱，就是 x 等于0，所以你也可以买几个 y？
62.5，62.5，
62.5。
62.5
是吧？
对。
那你只能买62了。OK？对吧？你的 x 不能是负数了。OK？So 你的 cupcake 最低是0哦，不用钱。所以你最多的就是可以买到62 ，yes。OK？可以吗？OK，next， 下一题。你这里我没有说全错，但是呢，我只能给你working OK， 你是3分，这题我只能给你2分，因为你没有给答案嘛。
给了呀。
OK， 你没有给答案。You have formed the equation which is this。你有一个等式，就是这里，你有等式，就是到这里而已，你到这里。But you have not given an answer, so you are penalized for 1 mark. OK， 下一题。All right， 这里都做的不错。 11题这里有什么问题吗 ？Question 11. So what's wrong with question 11?
应该是那个，
还是他已经画给你了，你不用画。
是我自己画的，应该是有错。对，我忘了。
他说 with the same height as E， 他说要有一个 isosceles triangle with the same height as E， 然后 label the triangle。你的 E，OK， 你的 E， 它的意思是说这里啊。
哦，我知道了，我画的是一个真的毛triangle。
没有，我想问它的 height same height as E 的意思是不是这个？这个是，
对，
如果你这个是 same height 的话呢，所以你意思说你数了这是多少？6，这个是6 unit 对不对
嗯，
？So what you can do is you draw another 6 unit 咯。How do you draw another 6 unit？这里咯，1、2、3、4、5，这里是不是6 unit 啊？
嗯，
好像不是，
是啊，
不是对不对？那这里是不是6 unit？1、2、3、4、5、6啊，这个就是 6 unit。哦，你应该画成这个咯，你懂我意思吗？
可它是 the triangle。
来，这个，so this is 6 u，this is 6 u，啊，连这个就是 isos 等边。You know what's the meaning of that isos triangle, right？
Yeah，
啊，so this 6，this is also 6啊，可以吗？
嗯，
嗯，or 又或者你不知道这个是 six，let's say you don't，okay，you don't know this is six，you don't know you don't know what is the length of this，okay，what you can do is you know right this is what this is 1 this is 2 and then this is what 1 2 3 4 right so what you can do is
嗯，
you find another 1 2 3 4 right then you find another 2 how do you find another 2 one one 诶，这个 one 跟这个 one 不一样，所以这个是one 诶，对啊，cannot you can't do it okay so the only way to do it is you just count six you count six 就是我刚才说的那个咯，
可是你刚才还也有一个真的看，
2、3、4、5、6 so here so this is the ISO just link it up
可是那个也是，你画的也是一个真的 triangle 啊。
等一下你说你画的这个是正确啊
不是，你刚才画的那个是一
我
个真的。
我刚才画就是这个咯，我只是画这个而已。1、2、3、4、5、6 yes so this is the answer one of the answer I will say
是 equilateral triangle 啊。
okay I don't care whether it's equilateral or not equilateral as long as I have this side and this side equal I don't care anymore
那我的也是三和这三也是 equal 呀。
by the way equilateral okay by the way equilateral 也可以是一个等腰的你懂我意思吗equilateral is more than isosceles okay OK 吗
嗯，
还是这个问题问的是，他说他的那个 draw a isosceles triangle with the height same as E。I think 那个 question 问的是这个。OK，so the question is a bit confusing English wise，就是英文有点乱。I think 这个问题问的是，他说叫你画一个等边三角形，然后呢，它的这个等边三角形的那个高度啊，高度那个 height 一定要跟 E 一样。
原来我的跟 B 一样。
那这样子的话，你的就是你就是答对了。 because your this is the height. OK， but 我刚才的想法就是 you draw a isosceles triangle the side， 我刚才以为就是 the side is same height as E，that means the side must be the same as E。所以这个问题出的有点英文上有点让人理解错误。But anyway, so yours is correct based on your understanding. OK？ 哦，你自己重画出来是吗？等一下，你这个是6，你这个是6吗？你这个不是6啊。
6。
你这个不是6啊。你自己看一下，这个不是6，是吧？这个是6吗？是这边，还是你说这边？
还有我是6，但这是6，
这个是6，
三个大长的，然后6个小长的。
6，这里才是6，这里。OK。
然后也是 isosceles triangle。
So anyway， 这题的题目有2个理解的方法，一个是我要画一个isosceles triangle and the height of isosceles triangle must be E， 这是 the first understanding. Another understanding is you must draw a isosceles triangle such that the side is actually same height as E. Yeah. So yeah, so it depends which understanding you take. Okay, it depends which understanding you take. Okay. Okay, next, draw a rhombus with the same perimeter as E. 我懂了，我懂这个题目问的是什么。英文，我懂这个题目问的是什么了。英文上 ，OK, I need to what paper is this？ 我要去拿一个新的题目出来。
这个是配什么玩意的？
佩华 is this the one？
对。
Okay, let me get a clean. Okay, now I understand already. I understand what the question means. Yeah, sometimes the English is a bit confusing, but yeah. OK， 那我就把这个题弄出来，我们一起看。OK， 他这题他的意思是，他说这个 E 是一个 equilateral triangle 来的。OK， 这个 E 是一个 equilateral triangle。然后呢，他说你要画一个他说你要画一个 isosceles triangle， 然后这个 isosceles triangle 它的那个高度，它的那个 height 必须是等于 the height of this E。So let's say the height of this. Okay, let me just do a better job with this. So the height of this is 6 unit. So that means 你的这个 isosceles triangle， 你的这个 height 必须是 6u 就可以了。OK， 所以你刚才那个有 6u 吗？
有。
我看一下你的答案啊。
我的是个直角的。
你说这里是 6是吗？
对呀。
所以你的这个是 height， 然后 so that means 你这边也是要 6哦。你这边是 6吗？
对吧？
有一
两个长的就等于2个小，6个小。
看起来有点难确定哦。But anyway， 不用紧。另外一个方法就是另外一个方法是什么？另外一个方法就是 you have to find out. So the height is the same. As long as the height is the same, so that's all. You just need the height as the same, right? So isosceles triangle height is the same. 不用紧啊，你就直接重画它就好了。你懂我意思吗？重画咯，1、2、3、4、5、6，然后直接再画咯。你懂我意思吗？然后这里1、2、 3、4，然后1、2、3、4，啊，这个就 OK 了。你可以跟他画的一模一样啊，啊，所以第几就 T 了，你懂我意思吗？
嗯
啊，他没有要求你说哦不一样啊，不可以一样，对不对？
嗯
嗯，OK，这是其中一个方法。OK，next，draw a rhombus with the same parameter. So you have to find out what's the parameter of this. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have 4 U. This is a big U. And then there's 4U. And then this is also 4U. Can you see? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So basically you have 12U. Okay? So
嗯
12U. Rhombus. Rhombus 就是这样说。So 12U divided by 4. So each is 3U. So you go 3U. 就是3U，然后再来哦，OK，
嗯，这个
这个1、2、3，然后这边1、2、3，搞定了，3U，3U，3U，OK，
我
so this will be
来
your R，OK，find the sum of all the angles in ETR，哦，很简单，全部都是 OK，这个是180，这个是180，这个是多少？360，所以加起来720，对吗？
嗯
嗯，OK，简单吗？快 OK，right？
嗯
看一下你的答案。one U two U，OK，很好，OK，你这个是对的，OK，这个呢就我不是很确定你这个对不对，because I'm not too sure whether this is 6 right? Then is this 6？这是6吗？I'm not too sure。
，Yeah，跟一模一样。
Okay, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure about this one. But you can actually use your ruler to measure. C. Okay. Anyway, question C. So, 内角180 for triangles. 内角180 for triangle. 内角360 for this is called what? This is called a quadrilateral. 你还记得上节课我叫你背一个四边形、五边形，你还记得吗？
嗯
so quadrilateral 内角是360 OK
嗯
okay so before we continue we take a break okay we take a 5 minute break so once once we have taken the break we will come back and we will go further OK
嗯。
OK 来5分钟休息一下上厕所也是 OK see you in 5 minutes so I will mute my audio
OK。
All right, I'm back. Hello, can you unmute? Okay, so yep, let's continue from this. Let's continue from this. The reason why I want to continue this is now I think you can actually find out all what is the internal angles. I'm going to give you a formula. I'm going to give you a formula. Can you hear? Hello, can you hear? 听到吗？ Okay, this is three sides. So this is quadrilateral. So this is four sides. And then pentagon, five sides. Can you tell me six sides? What's the name for that? 记得吗？六边形。嗯？
我记得
你有抄下来吗？
没有。
Okay. So once again, you have to write it down because later on you have to learn how to find out the internal angle of them all. Hexagon, and then 7 sides, 8, 9, and 10. I'm going to tell you why you need to memorize all of them because I'm going to give you a formula. The formula is n minus 1, n minus 2 times 180. This formula will give you, okay, it will give you the, okay, let me save this first. Hold on. Let me save this first. Okay. It's not loading. Why? Let me see. Okay, never mind. So it's not loading. Okay, what I was trying to tell you is, 等一下，为什么不出来？奇怪。啊，在这里。Sorry 啊，let me just get it out. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Why you have to memorize all this is because let me see. Close. Let me open this. Okay, why you have to memorize this? Because this formula, okay, it will give you the angles, or it will give you the sum of angles. Sum of internal angles. Okay? Okay, let's use this formula. Okay, let's try out for the triangle. Triangle 内角和是多少？
180.
Let's try it out. So you have 3 sides. So n is the number of sides, by the way. So let me just let me write it more clearly. So n is the number of sides. Okay. So for triangles, the number of sides is 3. So you times 180. So you have 180. Am I right? So for triangles, it's 180. Okay. Let's test for quadrilateral. So quadrilateral means this. Okay. Quadrilateral. So quadrilateral is 4 sides, right? So what you do is 4 minus 2 bracket times 180. You will get 2 times 180, that's 360. Okay? So for quadrilateral is this. So what if you have a 10 sides? So we call this a decagon. So for decagon, so it's 10 sides. So what you have is 10 minus 2 bracket times 180. Can you help me out? Use your calculator. So what is the sum of internal angles for decagon? You see,
1440.
okay. So that is the reason why. That's the reason why I want you to remember all this. And then, regardless of how many sides, what is the shapes you have, you can actually use this formula to find sum of internal angles. Okay. So I hope you can see that for questions like this, okay, they might ask you to draw what? They might ask you to draw this. I'm sorry, this is a bit ugly, but I hope you can bear with it. Okay, it's a bit ugly, but just bear with it. You might ask to draw this. Okay, you might ask to draw this. Okay, and then you might be asked to find out what is the sum of what is the sum of internal angles for this.
100.
So you have to know the formula, which is n minus 2 times 180. And this is how many sided? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 4 times 180. That will give you 720. Okay. And sometimes they ask you, what is the name of this? So what's the name of this 6-sided? What's the name of this? Can you remember? I don't think so. That's the reason why I want you to go back and memorize everything here. 3 sides triangle, 4 sides quadrilateral, 5 sides pentagon, 6 sides hexagon, 7 sides something, 8 sides something, and then 10 sides decagon. You have to go back and watch the recorded video in our last lesson and get this down and memorize them. Okay? Okay? So next lesson, at the beginning of the next lesson, I'm going to test you this. I'm going to test you this. It's twofold. What I'm going to test you the formula to find sum of internal angles. I'm going to test you the names of all these shapes. All right. Next. Yeah, come back to the. What's wrong? What's wrong with 12? So what's wrong with 12? This is 800, 600, okay, everything is good.
Total 没有 average.
So you're asked to find average, right? So you just need to sum it up and then divide by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6divide by 6. Okay, that's it, right? 没有其他了，对不对？
应该是。
Okay, 13 is good. 14 is good. 这题呢，它有一个，等一下，什么7.32还有7.3。你这里401.3，你401.3哪里来的？哦，340是这里吗？
嗯，
你的7.3哪里来的？看不到嘞。
7.3。
哦，OK，can you help me out with this？你帮我做一个用 calculator 帮我按一下，你帮我按一下这个，你帮我按一下这个1028.3除以791对。
1.3呀。
这么美啊！
对呀，128.3除以7.2等于1.3呀。
啊，我也按一下，这么完美，1028
是这样的。
除以791 ，OK 咯，1.3，Yeah，OK，good，So yeah，I think 7.3 is OK，but
是不是
OK，
哪个地方特
这题 OK，Next，第16题又有什么问题呢？哦，5分，不会做，OK，Let's see，一起看。It says this is a square，这是一个正方形。然后DE with DE is here is equal to DC，OK，那代表这个也是等于这个咯，OK，然后ECB with ECB which is here this is ECB is 1/4 ECB with ECB so if this is 1U this is 4U so that means 90 is equal to 5U so 1U is 18 right 很好 so 这代表这个是72 so this is 72 as well 然后这是18 OK 那这个是多少来 Yeah you can find out all of them already why because this is isos so that means you can find out what is this
？plus 吗？
Yeah you can also find out what is this
不是吧？那个不是 iso。
because this and this is the same right because they are the side
No。
of the square 不是吗 square
对，但是
啊
第一那条线不
so
是 square。
so DE is equal to DC right
为
this
什
one
么？
and DC this one 呢
嗯，
是吧
对。
so if this one is equal to this one that means this one is also equal to this one okay so can you go ahead and find out the answer now
嗯。
OK 这个就是为什么我叫你把这些东西全部highlight 起来了 OK go ahead 我去拿个皮筋
是63，BA1是27。
你看一下你的答案对不对？后面有答案。Check against the answer。
对。
OK，next。这题有什么原？What's wrong with 17？17题错在哪里呢？
我觉得我的数很大。
所以你的答案跟他不一样啊。
答案是4,800，我多了2个零。
OK，看一下那一题。这里我想 comment 一下，就是，OK，let's do this question。OK，but the method I think is more or less the same。就是你的这个方法跟我要做的方法应该是差不多。Okay, so when it says what? That some cookies, 20% of them were eaten. So eaten, left. The rest of the cookie were given to Ryan, Gerald, and Tim in the ratio 7:3:2. Okay, so 这个的给去 Ryan，然后这个的给去 Gerald，这个给去 Tim。Okay, and after Ryan gave 320 cookies to Tim，给320个。然后剩下就是这个，OK。然后呢 ，Tim then had 50% as many cookies as Ryan。so 这个呢就是20，然后80%，that means this is 80%。C minus 320. This is left. This is Ryan left. Ryan left. Then it says Tim then has 50% as many cookies as Ryan. So Tim 是这个，对吗？这是 Tim。
对。
OK。然后呢，他说 Tim has 50%，so 这个乘2咯，这个乘以2，so this whole thing times 2。That will be Ryan's left，对吧？Okay, so what you do is, this is 2, this is 6, this is 2, this is 3. So what you are left with is 2 times 2 is 4, 15. C is equal to over here 1, over here 3. So you get 7 over 15. C minus 320. Can you help me out? What's C? 这里开始。So what is C? C 是多少？
等一下哈。
哦，等一下，我还要加个320，我这里没有加320。Here. Because I just saw that, okay, the 320 cookies, right, is to Tim. So I have to add 320 here. So that means I have to, so, 等一下. So let me redo this question. So sorry about it. Yeah, so I just need to redo this part. Okay, so this, I just quickly do this first. So it's 60 plus 320. I must times 2. Then it will become this. So this is 28. Then 60C minus this. And then of course I comes in is 16 over 60C plus 640 equals to 28 60 C minus 300 this. Okay. Can you help me figure out this? 帮我 from here onward， 从这里开始 ，OK？
Okay.
Then you can find out what's your C already from here.
我
你这里是对的，然后做着做着就错了。I think so. Yeah. 说你这题如果是4分的话，你应该拿到2分 ，because this and this.
这题是5分。
哦，OK， 等你对了，你还是拿2分或者3分左右了。So what's the C from here?
对，
找到吗？
快了。4800.
Okay, so it's 4800. 4,800, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the way. Okay, so next time when you deal with this percentage, right? Next time when you deal with percentage, I think it's good that you just get it into fraction. Okay, so let's say you have a 50% here, right? Just get it into fraction. Okay, so with fractions, I think it's easier to deal with fraction than dealing with this percentage. Okay, ma? Okay. Now of course we have to wait. C is 4800. They ask what? How many cookies did Lin bake at first? Okay. So yeah. So that's the answer of 4800. Because the question wants you to find out what's C. Okay. Okay. C is 4800. Okay. Good. Okay. Sorry. Let me close this. Sorry. Let me close this as well. Let me close this. Yeah. Close this. Okay, yeah. So once again, please go back and memorize this. Okay, this part: triangles, quadrilaterals, until decagon, and the formula to find sum of internal angles. Okay, bracket n minus 2, bracket times 180. Okay, save it. Okay, let's look at our IQ questions. Okay, where is okay? This is the one. Yeah, this is the one. Let me also get my question 3. Okay, question 1. You are looking for one word in this paragraph. The word appears only once. Its first letter is the 9th letter to appear after second one. Okay, never mind about this. Question 2. Find the starting point, track, so there is one double letter. Did you do question 2?
No.
Okay. Okay. Then let's look at question 3. Question 3. What's the answer for question 3?
C.
Which one? Like, you can actually pick the answer on the screen with your pencil. 为什么 You have to explain why.
And 这个东西，这个东西，这个东西，这个东西，这个东西，这个东西，这个眼睛，这个眼睛。
Okay, circle. Okay.
然后就没了。
什么叫然后就没了
他们都有这3个东西。
你看，他说 sequence 就是意思就是说，你懂什么叫 sequence 吗 ？OK，you can look at this. You know what's the
因为
meaning
这个
of sequence?
知道规律。
sequence 就是这是第一个，然后这是第2个，然后这是第3个。所以他说第4个是什么？意思就是说，这些这都有关系的，这个叫做 sequence。你明白意思吗？
不知道。
啊？OK，
那
so after I explain to you what's the meaning of sequence, do you still think C is the answer?
no
So if C is not the answer, then which one is the answer?
don't know
Huh?
don't know
Don't know. Okay, then can you clear the screen for me? OK， 我们看一下。So 像你刚才 ，OK， 我要把它拿出来。OK，so you can see that，这个有，然后这个也有，然后这个有，然后这个也有，然后这个有，这个也有，然后我有发现一个不一样的东西，这个有，这个又有，对吧？
嗯
然后你有没有发现这里换了，这个换了？有没有发现？都
嗯
我用不一样的颜色，说蓝色这个是不见了，又或者换了 ，OK， 说蓝色的就换成这个星星 ，OK， 然后现在再看一次，就这个跟这个比，说就是这个蓝色的跟这个蓝色的，就是这个变成星星 ，OK， 那现在呢，我们看一下这2跟3。So 2跟3呢有什么区别？就是继续，有，N 也有，然后我发现什么？我发现这个不见了，I mean 不是不见，就是 change。Maybe okay, let me use a different color. Let me use a black this time， 对吧？
嗯
OK，so 那个有一点规律就是，为什么只是蓝色变成星星，然后为什么只是黑色这边变成一个arrow 箭头，那其他的红色的都存在，有没有发现？
嗯
那代表什么？说代表，举个例子，你这个红色的，你觉得这个红色、这个红色、这个红色应该要保留是吗？
嗯
保留的话，就是这个有保留，这个要保留，这个有保留。OK，this is possible。这个 not possible。这个是有保留，有保留，有保留。这个是 possible， 保留，保留，保留 possible。这个 not possible。Am I right? So that means your job is to figure out from A, C, D. Okay, now the question is, which one makes more sense? Okay, so 这个就换去星星，然后这个黑色就换去 arrow， 都有什么规律吗？有看到吗？说这个换去星星，然后这个说这个是1跟2的转变，然后2跟3的转变是这个，2跟3是这个，变成 arrow。 OK， 都你觉得呢？你觉得会怎样？嗯，你觉得三到4的转变会是什么？
灯脑
嗯，看得出来吗？
两
啊
个，
，so 那个转变就是它们如果有联系在一起的就会变，它们联系在一起的就会变。so 第3连在一起的是这个跟 n，so 这整个就会变咯。说这里
嗯
有 n 的都不行咯，啊，就是 between this，OK，、
哦，
有这个 square 的也不行，说这个也 out，so you are left with d， so 这个就是这一块东西就变成这一个东西了 ，OK， 可以吗
嗯
？OK，next，、继续第4题，What's the answer？
，63的
什么
16
？Why？
3的 T，
为什么？来，我把它弄出来先，来，你教我，在这个画写下你的答案。
3、4、12，
嗯
3、7、21，
OK，
3、14，这就是个3。然后呢，等一下，3+9等于12，
嗯
7+14等于21，然后呢，这个就是16，
很好，OK，and then，
然后9减4等于5，
嗯
14减3等于
嗯
11，16减3等于13。
OK，very good， 啊，nice， 很好，OK，just clear the screen，yeah，thank you，next， 下一题，第5题，taken the respective integral position of the alphabet, include the following case of example I did 9。等一下，这题好像是要跟IQ test equals to 9, 17, 25 or 这个，所以他说这个是什么意思？你懂这题问的是什么吗？
不知道。
哦，这题他问的是 taking the respective numerical position of the alphabet。OK， 我想问你一下。OK， 我把它拿出来了。So A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T U V W X Y Z. So each letter is assigned a value. 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10。
嗯，
啊，什么？什么东西？Hello， 什么东西？10、21、22、23、24、25、26。OK， 有了这个你就 I 是9了。来，你看看
我什么单词对吗？
啊，有没有看到 ？Q 是什么 ？Q 是17了。来，so basically 他给你 IQ test， 这个是9、17，然后还有20，然后还有5，还有19、20，这整个串起来就变成这个。OK， 那现在问你这可以串成什么 ？OK， 所以它只有2个可能性，一个就是你可以看成1，或者你可以看成12。1就是如果你看成1的话，这个就变成 ，let's say 你把这个1 21，你怎么 split？只有2个方法，一个是12跟21，一个是1跟21，对不对？或者12跟1啊，对，错了，我这边错了，说1跟21，或者12跟1，对不对？只有这2个方法，对不对？Hello， 对不对？
对，
所以你觉得有没有可能是1呢？
有可能，
啊，有可能啊。
有可能，
到一就是 A 了，就是 A，然后21是什么？21是 V 了
可是很多可能呢，
啊？
很多可能，
你说很多可能，它也其实没有很多个可能，它的可能就是
也有是一跟二啊，
什么？
是一跟二啊，
1跟2也可以啊，A B，等一下，如果你说1跟2，OK，Yep，I understand you，A B 可以吗
还有
？A，
一跟，还有12跟11，有
嗯
六，
，OK，
呃，
呀，12跟11对，都跟 K 跟 L，所以你发现 K 跟 L 不可能啊，对不对？
这个
对吗？OK，but anyway，so 这题我觉得but anyway it's okay，如果你不可以飞高，这个是没关系的。把他的问题他的问题大概的意思就是这个，OK，就是每一个 letter 都有一个数字，然后呢，你就按照数字来对应它的那个 letter，然后你就可以找出那句话的意思这样子
这很难呢，
啊，OK，所以
嗯
这题先 skip 了，OK，next，
嗯
solve第6题不用，OK，第七，yes，这就是
，5我也不确定
哪一个？
，5我也不确定，
为什么是5呢？
我也不
你说
懂，
5是 out 啊？
对，
呃，
或者就是56，56
56啊，那为什么呢
也不太对，
？OK，
因为
这题呢，也没有一个怎样子的头绪，but 你的那个your approach 就是你怎么开始那个题目呢？我觉得你可以尝试一下。举个例子，你看不出哪一个嘛，所以我觉得你可以尝试一下，就是怎么说，就是看一下一些4跟36，我看一下就是你懂我意思吗？就
嗯
就是试一下，就是4乘以9是等于36是吗
对，
？OK，是吧？
嗯，
然后呢，我就尝试一下4乘以8等于32，这2个也是 OK。OK，
还有4乘以14，
然后4乘以5等于20，这个也 OK。当然我要有一点规律了，没有规律就等一下不见了一个 miss out 一个也是有可能的，我有一点规律的说去掉，然后4832去掉，然后47 OK 吗？
4×7=28，
都去掉，然后4624有吗？有吗？
对，
没有哦。然后45有吗？
二
45有20，然后4乘以4有吗？
16，
有。4乘以3有吗？没有。OK，所以我这边已经没有了，所以我往上了。
18，
然后4乘以10等于40有吗？没有。4乘以
是
11等于多少？
44，
啊，没有。4乘以12等于48。4乘以
14，对，有
啊
56。
6 OK 了，所以只剩下一个18了。OK，
嗯，
说这个是就是在没有任何的头绪的情况下，说我们就尝试一下这样子的一个方法。第8不用紧，这个是 English 这个也是第9也是 English。10你说说 English all one out 11 11是什么
11
啊？还蛮 OK 的。
是 C，我也不知道。
No 11是这样子的，你没有看到这个跟这个是完全一样的吗？这个跟完全一样，连这个也是一样，然后这个也是一样，都这个也是一样一样，所以这个也是一样，
这跟这一样
所有这个一样，哪一个不一样
，C 跟哪一个一样
？B 还是 G？
？C 跟哪一个一样？
C 没有 C 是一样，就是这个是一个 trapezium 梯形，这也是梯形，
哦，
这也是梯形，都只有这个是这个是 rhombus， 这个也是 rhombus，然后 suddenly 这个是 triangle， 所以才算这个错了，看到吗？
嗯
OK，十二是 English 不用紧。OK，到第13。
，-2
为什么？
负2
为什么是 -2？
减2加3减4加5减6。
Okay, good. Yeah, the answer is 2. The answer is 2, right?
-2
-2.
负
Very good. -2. Good. OK，14 English 不用紧。OK，第15。
不知道。
他说 with reference to this question is the next number in the sequence below. What with the reference to this question？ 好像是跟上面有关系的。OK，so it's OK。16。
15，
16。
我也不知道，都长一样。
So 这个我们先看黑的，黑的有什么走法？黑的先走去左边，然后再去右边，对吗
嗯
？So 黑的 left one， 然后再 right 3次 ，OK。然后这个线的 right 1次，然后 left 3次，然后这个怪怪的，left 2次，然后 right 1次，OK。然后这个空的走法是 left 2次，left 2次，然后left 再1次，然后这个圆圈 right 1次，然后 left 2次，对吗
嗯，
？So which below constitute the above？ 这个咯，为什么？因为这个黑的 left one R3， so R3 已经在这里了，对吗？然后呢，现在必须什么？再 left one， so that's why 它到这里来，然后到那条线，线是 R1， 然后 left 3， 现在还要 R1， so 那条线在哪里？那条线现在在这里，它现在去 R1， 就是在这里了 ，OK， 所以一是对的，可以吗？所以同样的这个是 L2 left 2 R1， 所以变成再 left 2，OK， 然后这个就再变成 left 2，然后这个圆圈就变成 R1。So you just need to figure out this, and that is E is the answer， 可以吗？OK, good. Yep， 继续没有18题 ，What's the answer?
25.
Yes. Very good. 这题不用，这题也不用。Okay, last but not least, 21。啊，这个也是 English 啊。好 ，So no need. OK, so 这整个IQ test. OK, so I think we have learned a few things today for this IQ test. OK, questions like this. 这种就是它那个 shape 走啊，怎么走 ？OK, please learn about this question. Very important. How it moves. OK, I think this is something new. OK, sequence 的意思就是它第一个跟第二个跟第三个，然后第四个，它有什么关系 ？OK， 就是看它的走的那个方向。OK，next。这题 OK， 你没有看得出它们全部都一样吗？除了这个，suddenly 这个是 OK， 这个是四边形，然后这个是三边形 ，OK， 然后这里 which number is the odd one out？ 第7题 ，OK，so 我尝试，其实我也不知道，但是我试一下4、9、36，我就看得出它其实有一些规律，它都是4的倍数 ，OK，然后这题第3题同样的。就是把它们画出来，找出哪一个不见了，哪一个还留着。OK，这题它其实就 find the starting point and track from letter to letter along the line to spell out the name of an American city。OK，so 它其实它想表达的意思就是它在哪里开始这个图。So 哪一个点是它的开始点 ？Which one is the starting point？ 这里哪里是开始，然后哪里是结束？我看到的是这样子，这个是开始，然后这个是结束，又或者这个是开始，这个是结束。你没有看到这里已经没有继续了吗？或者这里就没有继续的吗？其他的都有，你看两边走的，其他都是两边走，你懂我意思吗？像这一颗，这一颗，这颗是又可以走这里啊，又可以走这里，然后这一颗说只有这两个 J 跟 L。J 还有 E 没有 J 是 J 跟 E，I'm sorry，so J and E 它是只有一个方向而已，所以我就可以找得出，如果这里是 start， 这里就是 end，OK， 或者这个是 start， 这里就是 end，OK， 然后呢你就自己走了，所以你会看得出，如果我当这里是开始的话，我会从 J 开始，然后 J 我就到 A， 所以 JA， 然后 A 再到什么？再到 C 来，然后 C 再到 K 来，it start to make sense, Jack，you know， 你懂我意思吗？so 然后你继续这样吹下去，说这个就变成什么？S， 所以你自然而然你就可以拿到一个name， 他说 name of an American city，but of course 我们不用管他那个 name of the American city，but 这种题目的做法就是这样子咯。OK？ so 这个就是这样子的一个做法。OK？ 然后他说这里什么 vowel 啊，什么这些都是英文的，so just ignore it。OK？So 你们好像跟我说那个卷子已经做完了是吗？2018年。
不知道。
是的，对，so I'm going to send IQ 8 plus the 20 I mean next set of papers. Okay, I'm going to send next set of papers here. Okay, so 你就可以从这里下节课继续从这里拿那个题目了。OK？ OK. So you have other questions for me？ 还有其他的问题吗？Hello， 云凡。
有。
还有其他问题吗？
是那个不是什么东西的。
你要不要 show 我 share your screen？ Going to share your screen or just quickly OK 怎么了？
然后就是但是这道题就问出来的数跟答案不一样。
你说 A 跟 B 是吗 ？Question B 是吗？
对。
Question B 我们上次不是有解释过这一题说他这里说什么 How many free buns will she get from spending, right? So the free buns is actually 如果你回去看那个 recorded video， 我说他的答案是有点问题。
我看他说是要除以 5。
我知道它是除以 5，but 我上次是应该用那个 group。如果你有看那个 recorded video， 就是每5个你就有一个 free 的，所以我们就找出它总共有几个5个，所以我们就知道它有几个 free 的，这样子我们的方法，对吧？我们的 recorded video 是这样子 ，OK？ so 举个例子，它最后有50个，so 可以买50个，说50个里面就有10个 10 groups of 5 right? So when you have 10 groups of 5, then you will have 10 free buns because every 5 you will have 1 free bun. OK? OK. So 所以这题你可以看一下那个 recorded video， 如果你还不明白的话，就是用那个方法咯。OK? Okay, good. So yeah, so thank you. So I will upload the next set of questions and the IQ question before Monday. Okay. Okay. Then if there's no more question, then we'll see you next week. Bye bye. Take care.